All right, let's hit the field.
All right.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
Saturday, May 11th, and the Yankees were taking on the Rays in Game 2 of a weekend series. Austin Wells swinging the bat, Nestor Cortes on the mound, and the Yankees were going for their second straight victory. My recap, your reactions coming up right after a word from our sponsor. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back, kid.
Looking to boost your sports betting game? Meet Odds Jam, the ultimate ally for data-driven wagering. With 260-plus sports books, it's your go-to platform. Here's how it works. Odds Jam's arbitrage tool spots differences in betting lines, letting you lock in risk-free profits. Plus, optimize bets with a positive EV calculator and track profits with a convenient bet tracker. Try it risk-free with a 7-day trial. Use code RECAPS for 35% off your first month. Link is in the description. Bet smart. Bet responsibly with Odds Jam. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes it rains. But since this game was in a dome, it had to be one of the first two. And the Yankees unfortunately came up a little bit short today. Before we get to everything, excuse me, I think we got to talk about the broadcast booth for this series because it might possibly be the slowest, most drab combination that the Yankees and Yes Network could have put out there. John Flaherty and Jeff Nelson in the booth is the worst possible combination because they're both like very soft-spoken, very deliberate speaking guys who don't go up or down in their cadence or their volume levels and don't really get excited about anything. I like Nelson as an analyst when you put him alongside someone to counterbalance his cadence. Somebody like Michael Kay. Michael Kay and Jeff Nelson is a good combination. But when you put him with John Flaherty, it's about as interesting as a plastic cup full of room temperature water. It makes for a dull broadcast. And didn't help that the Yankees didn't do anything offensively today. I actually had two games going. I had the Pirates game going so that I could watch Paul Skeens. He was drafted last year, number 1 overall by the Pirates, and he is disgusting. Just disgusting. I'll be shocked if his UCL doesn't explode at some point. Every fastball was sitting at like 100, 101 miles an hour. He threw a 94-mile-an-hour changeup. So basically a faster changeup than Nestor Cortez's fastball. Anyway, Yankees lose today. Let's go ahead and watch through the highlights. We do have some injury rehab news. Jason Dominguez is on his way back. He will be making his rehab assignment debut on Tuesday. That will begin his 30-day clock. He's on the 40-man roster, so at the end of 30 days, they either have to call him up or they have to option him to the minor leagues. Now, he's going to DH only for the first 2 weeks, and then he's going to play the outfield. But we can start officially thinking about where he plays when he's ready. My guess is they option him to AAA and wait for Giancarlo to pull a hammy. But what happens? What happens if he tears the cover off the ball over these 30 days? You know, what if during this rehab assignment, he hits 320 or 330 with 5 or 6 home runs, you know, and looks every bit the guy we saw last year? It's going to be a real conversation. Garrett Cole also threw a bullpen today. He is starting to ramp up. Sounds like he's going to be back in a couple of, or about, 5 weeks or so? About, June 15th maybe would be, what we would guess. Once he begins his rehab starts, it's going to be about 4 starts probably, maybe 5, but probably 4. And then we're going to have the conversation of what happens to the rotation because Luis Gil is throwing very well. He's going to pitch tomorrow in the rubber game. Nestor Cortes has pitched pretty well this season. Didn't have a great day today. He's still got a 4.02 ERA, and we'll go over his peripherals and all that stuff and talk about, who he is as a pitcher right now. And Clark Schmidt had his best start of the season last night. So right now, let's just pretend that Garrett Cole was coming back tomorrow. Who would be the odd man out? And right now, I think it's either Nestor Cortes or Clark Schmidt. And the way Clark Schmidt threw the ball last night and the way he keeps getting better and better, and, he's younger, probably has more upside, I don't know. know. I mean, maybe Nestor Cortez goes to the bullpen. You know, and I've been against putting Nestor in the bullpen, but you know, maybe he could work as an opener sometimes, maybe be a sixth starter sometimes to take some pressure off of Gerrit Cole as he comes back, keep Luis Gil's innings down. He could kind of be that swing man. We'll see. I can tell you right now that Luis Gil and Clark Schmidt have been too good lately to put them in the bullpen. So, but it's also worth considering, you know, Nestor Cortez has thrown a ton of innings for the Yankees this year. He's been one of their most reliable innings eaters. So, got to keep an eye on that. Also, Tommy Kahnle working his way back. He pitched in a rehab outing today. Shout out to Doug Rowell for sending me his numbers. He pitched 1 inning, no runs, no hits, no walks, 1 strikeout, 15 pitches, 10 strikes, topped out at 95.5 miles an hour. So, things looking good for Tommy Kahnle.
All right, let's go. Let's get it going.
JJ says Gil only because of the innings limit. But, I mean, will he be at the innings limit by that point? I don't think so. I mean, I want to see what they can get out of this guy. He looks amazing. Anyway, let's go through the finer details and wrap this up rather quickly today because, you know, it was not a super interesting game. Yankees got thumped from the very beginning. They had a brief lead, which they surrendered. And from there on out, it was just a one-sided game. Yandy Diaz led off the bottom of the first inning with a home run on the first pitch he saw from Nestor Cortez. Not ideal. He hammers Nestor Cortez. They gave all the stats during the game, and you know he hammered him again today. He also hit one off the wall off of Nestor. So top two, Rizzo drew a walk, and then Austin Wells ripped a double. Anthony Volpe ended up driving them both in to give the Yankees the lead temporarily, but Trent Grisham got thrown out on the bases. A lot of base running issues for the Yankees again this season. Bottom three, Nestor got into some more trouble. Walk to Siri, double by Yandy Diaz, and then a 3-run home run off the bat of Randy Arozarena to put the Rays back out in front 4-2. Third time this season that he's allowed multiple home runs in a game.
Time to stop throwing these fucking meatballs.
So Nestor was done after 5 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. It was a grind all day. To his credit, he still gave the Yankees 16 outs, and aside from the 4 runs that came via the 2 home runs, he pitched okay. But that's kind of like saying, well, besides that, Mrs. Kennedy, how was the parade? He's made 9 starts. His ERA is a respectable 4.02. It's not amazing. He's had some crooked numbers in there. He's given the Yankees 53 2/3 innings. He has almost a strikeout per inning with 50, just 11 walks, so almost a 5-to-1 strikeout ratio. So he doesn't put himself in trouble with the walks usually. He's got a 1.09 whip, which is terrific. He's allowed 7 home runs, so about a home run every 7 innings or so. So most starts he's going to give up a home run. And I'm interested to know how you guys feel. If Gerrit Cole were returning tomorrow, or let's say next week, what do you do? What's the scenario? I think the Yankees would have a tough decision to make. Ultimately, I think they'd probably briefly go with a 6-man rotation to ease Cole back in and maybe take some pressure off of Gil and maybe make one of those guys kind of a swingman. Or they could send Gil down to AAA to work him out as a reliever. But he's been so electric in the major leagues. Let me just pull up Gil stats. I think they're up to date. Let me just check real quick. So 2.92 ERA, 37 innings, 45 strikeouts. I mean, he's been terrific. And I don't know how you send that down to AAA. And, you know, in the bullpen, maybe he's not quite the same pitcher. Who knows? Maybe he plays up in the bullpen. We saw Phil Hughes when he first came up. He struggled a little bit as a starter. Obviously, Gil's not struggling as a starter, but they stuck Hughes in the bullpen, and he dominated. You know, Jabba Chamberlain came up as a starter. He immediately had success in the bullpen, then they couldn't decide where to put him. So, you know, the fastball probably plays, but it is, as Paris Grubb says, not a bad problem to have. Yankees threatened in the top of the 7th. Anthony Volpe had his 3rd hit of the game to set things up for Juan Soto as the go-ahead run, but he flew out to the warning track, just missed a 3-run home run.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Rays tacked on a few more in the bottom of the 7th, and they hang on to win 7-2.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Mike Mustaine says, how can I get one of those fun hats? Let me find the link on Amazon, because I get asked this. I get asked these all the time. I don't know what the hell that sound was. Let's see. I don't think I can Google fun hat. I ordered it. It was like an Uncle Sam hat or something. Hang on. I'll do a quick Google. Yeah, I found it. Okay, so I'm going to put it up on the screen. It's $16.95. It's called Nicky Bags Novelties Adult Uncle Sam Top Hat, Patriotic Red, White, and Blue Top Hats. Holiday Parade, July 4th. They got the search engine optimization, everything's stuffed in there. So anyway, looks good, feels good. You should check it out if you like that kind of thing. Be a good 4th of July hat for you. Samsara Trucking says, have you submitted your apology to Shota Imanaga yet? Well, that's not a person, but Shota Imanaga is. Look, he's been way better than I expected. Look, a lot of people didn't expect him to be good. That's why he didn't get anywhere near the contract that some other starting pitchers got. And to his credit, he has pitched very, very well. It's about the deception with him, and that's something you can't see unless you're in the box. His ball, it stays up. It like almost has a rising effect, and guys just can't square it up. So Shota Imanaga has done really, really well. Jonathan H. says, man, when both Judge and Soto aren't hitting, we suffer.
Absolutely. Hey.
Nailed it. David Coniglio says, can we send down Tonkin? I don't think Tonkin's going to be around very long. I don't think he's going to be much of a problem going forward because he was kind of a scrap heap pickup. He's been DFA'd 3 times so far this year, and I'd imagine there will be a fourth coming at some point. But anyway, tough game for the Yanks. Saw some positive signs from Volpe. He's hitting basically 270 now. I think he's at 268. Yeah, 268. He drove the ball to right field. He had a line drive to right field. He had a ground ball through the right side that was hit hard, and then he flared one over the shortstop. But I thought the balls that he hit to right field were struck very well and was a good approach and was a good swing. Soto obviously just missed the 3-run home run. If that ball goes out of the park, maybe it's a different game because then the Yankees would have led 5-4, and maybe you don't go to, Santana, who got roughed up today, gave up 3 runs. Maybe you go to somebody else. Maybe go to Clay Holmes a little early. I don't know. But tough day. So, okay, apparently a home run to ruin the no-hitter. So the Braves were 1 out away from a combined no-hitter against the Mets, and J.D. Martinez just hit a home run. So good for him. But anyway. All right, guys, we're going to take a few more and wrap it up. Just a reminder, like and subscribe if you're new. Check out OddsJam. Check out the shop, NYYRecaps.shop. And there will be no show tomorrow. It's Mother's Day, and my nephew is graduating from UNC. So we're going to have a little family day. I will catch the game, but it will be on my phone, and I will not be home or in the studio, unfortunately, to record. Game over, man. But I'm planning on doing a video after tomorrow's game, like in the evening when I get home. We'll talk about Luis Gil's performance, and we'll just kind of run down what the season looks like a quarter of the way through. Hope you tune in. Hope you have a good Mother's Day. Hope you spend time with your moms. And I will see you when I see you. Yankees drop a tough one, and I'll catch you tomorrow.